Hey guys, today we're going to talk about personal relationships and barriers.
Now that you're in your teens, you may feel like you want to spend less time with your family and more time with your friends. During this time, some of your friendships may deepen, while others might fade away, and some of your friends may even become romantic.
Being in a healthy relationship, whether a friendship, a romantic relationship, or even with just family members, can actually be quite pleasant, but also kind of complicated. So we're going to share with you what a healthy and unhealthy relationship looks like, and also just help you review your personal relationship circles at this moment, as well as just giving you guys some tips on how to set personal boundaries. So here are some rules to follow to make sure your relationships with others are healthy. In a healthy relationship, each person supports and encourages the other. People who really care about you want to know what you're thinking and feeling, and they'll be interested in what you have to say.
It's okay to have disagreements, even in healthy relationships. But it's important to do so respectfully and talk openly about it with each other. Sometimes, in a relationship, you'll need to compromise, but in a healthy relationship, the same person should not be the one always compromising.
It's important for everyone in the relationship to give and take. Finally, it's important to treat your relationships with care. And if your family, friends, romantic partner, or anyone that makes you feel small, teases you, or physically pushes you into doing things that you don't really want to do, then this might not be a healthy relationship for you.
Remember, a healthy relationship, whether just a friendship or a romantic relationship, should always make you feel good about yourself and who you are. After all, you are pretty great.
Everyone has his or her unique relationship circle. For those who have the most intimate relationship with you, they are usually people you can't imagine your life without. They know your private self quite well, and you spend a lot of time interacting with them. They are usually the first group of people you go for whenever you need help or support. You trust them the most with an open heart, and you share your dreams, good news, and troubles with them. There are also a group of people you are less intimate with, but they remain in your friend zone. You also spend time with them, but less often, and you might not share everything with them, like you do with your closest group. Lastly, there are people you might meet every day, or once a year, but seldom interact with them, or you barely have any personal things to share with them. They can be some of your schoolmates, tutors, or relatives. What does all this mean? Well, the close relationships you have around you change who you are. It's important we have good and healthy relationships with people we are close to. For example, having good friends and family that might give you support would make you a more positive person.
In the same way, if we have poor relationships with people we hang out a lot, it'll be tough for us because we're around them so much. To know more about how to set boundaries in a relationship, you might want to watch the Wellcast video now. You'll find out more there.
Any true relationship between friends or significant others should be one between equals. You give and take equally. One person's needs aren't met over another's. Friends and partners are supposed to give you energy, lift you up when you're down, and want the best for you. But sometimes we get into relationships that drain energy from us. These are toxic relationships, and they can negatively affect all aspects of our lives. On this week's Wellcast, we're going to show you how you can tell if you're even in a toxic relationship, and then we're going to help you extricate yourself from that unhealthy situation pronto. Selfie 1. Diagnose the relationship. How do you know if a friend or partner is bringing you down? Well, in much the same way that you know that you're coming down with a cold. Toxic relationships come with symptoms. When you're around this person, how do you feel? Here are a few other questions you should ask yourself if you're thinking you might be in a toxic situation. Does my friend put me down all the time? Are they jealous when I spend time with others? Do they constantly bring up parts of me that they want to change? Do they take more than they give? Am I only doing the things that they want to do? Selfie 2. Recognize your role in the relationship. As Eleanor Roosevelt said, nobody can make you feel inferior without your consent. All right, look, we know we got that from Princess Diaries, obviously. Moving on. Listen, you have autonomy in every relationship in your life. If your friend or partner is stealing your sunshine, you need to figure out what you're doing to allow them to do this. Are you being a doormat? Are you putting this person's emotional needs ahead of your own health? Selfie 3. Start to build boundaries for this relationship. Does your friend invite themselves over at all hours of the night? Are they constantly bossing you around? Are they always borrowing money from you? All right. Once you know the boundary that you want to set, stick to it. Draw your line in the sand. Selfie 4. Recognize you can't change other people, but you can stop being a doormat. If you've determined that a friendship or relationship is toxic, you know that you have to change the nature of that relationship. Start by spending less time with that person and do your best to detach yourself emotionally. Hopefully, setting boundaries will help you begin to phase this relationship out. Selfie 5. Get a second opinion. Especially if you're emotionally vulnerable, the best thing you can do is surround yourself with people who love you and who want you to be happy and healthy. Use them as a lifeline during this time. Selfie 6. Above all else, look out for yourself. Studies have shown that people with low self-esteem are far more likely to find themselves in toxic relationships. You will never be treated with love and respect unless you absolutely believe that you deserve these things. Remember, you teach people how to treat you. So do yourself the favor of loving yourself. That's the first step to any relationship. To recap, if you have diagnosed yourself as being in a toxic relationship, the first step is recognizing this. Then, recognizing your role in the relationship. Once you do this, you can start to set boundaries for this relationship and change the way you interact with this person. To help, surround yourself with people who love you, and above all else, look out for yourself.
Let's summarize what we've heard. Firstly, you're awesome. Healthy relationships are important to our health and well-being and should make us feel good about ourselves. Secondly, we can spend some time to reflect on our own personal relationship circle because it shapes who we are. A healthy relationship is always a fair relationship. Keep in mind, you always have the right to express your feelings and thoughts with others. That's all we have for you today. Stay tuned with us for other life skill sessions. I'll see you later.